Trust you join the coverage on Mark-Off Media on the YouTube page as well as Facebook.
Yeah, it's your ball. All right, United, we all good? We're all good. Zero coming.
As we get back underway here at Kingscliff, this will be now taken in the tackle there from Roy Bell.
Hit me.
Cudgen, they'll have this one.
Oh, no, he's got it.
25 metres away from their own line. They're playing the short side. That's Josh Saliba. As I made mention, he scored 3 in his last 5 games for Cudgen.
Stand up! Now!
Yeah, quick change there. So the Hornets coming out of trouble. Generate a quick play. Well, that's a penalty. And rightly so. Hopefully a change of fortune here for all the Hornets fans that have turned out here this Sunday afternoon. So Semi-Ground will find touch around sort of 30 metres out here from the Northern United line. Keen to see what they do here. They chance to run with the long ball earlier, but they come up with an error. And they need to really look at building some pressure here and getting in for a repeat set.
So this will be now well tackled there from Dan Taylor. Could this be where Cudgen get their first points of the game? They sort of need to get on with the job here after conceding 2 tries. And that's certainly going to help matters for Cudgen. You can see there, penalty given. And this will be, it looks like the referee's going to be having a little chat to Alwyn Roberts, I think. No.
Number 1.
Yeah, we've got 16 down on their team sheet as Alwyn Roberts. That's definitely not Alwyn by the looks of it. So we'll see what happens. Cudgen are going to tap and go here. Let's see what they can toss up.
Hang on. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, wait till I'll blow time back on.
Good day.
I said I'll blow time back on. I'm the referee.
So this is going to be Jackson Roy here to get us restarted. This is... Oh, and he's hit on the... Absolutely got blindsided there in defence. Kobe Mills. We'll get up and play. This will be Jack Morehead about 5 metres out, brings it inside. This is Miles Donnelly. He's had to do well there to try and breach that big Northern United defence. Rahida plays it, gets it into Sam Grant. He goes for a gallop, and they're getting blindsided. And the referee there is going to be calling time on play.
Close. No, I'm refereeing it. This is
yeah, so he's on report there. Late shot on Sam Grant. They'll get a penalty. They look sharp actually when the Hornets come back against the grain, back against the ruck. Here's Zeeble. I think that's where they'll have the best joy. He's coming back through the ruck.
So as we get restarted, Miles Donnelly, and he's crunched in the tackle.
here, 1 foot.
And they'll have that 10 metres out. This is going to be... So the referee's just lost patience there from Northern United after 2 times of asking. And they're down to 12 men there, Crossy.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been all Northern United this game, and then we got through to quarter time, and the game changed. It's like someone just actually flicked a switch, and now it's Northern having all the penalties go against them. Some undisciplined play. They find himself in the sin bin, and I can't see them holding Cudgen out here on this occasion.
This will be now. Jackson will here to get us restarted. Can they finally get some points off this? They're really starting to bash on the Northern United defensive line, making it work. But you can just see there's already much vast improvement from last year in defence, Northern United, which is where they're missing piece of getting into the finals. And they really need, both teams really need to get on the job, especially Cudgen. As we have mentioned, it's a shortened season. Brett Kelly blindsides in defence there on Miles Donnelly. This is going to be now right here, the player from dummy half. Gets it into... through their hands. That's gone into Jake Sands. He goes once, goes left and right. He's brought down there, just short of the line. It's holding the defence is holding the line there for Northern United. Get it through the hands quickly. Could this now be some points coming for the Cudgen? This is Joel Hare. He goes for it. He gets defence there from Brett Kelly. Upgraded from reserve grade last year, and it's just, he was so close to the line there, Jackson Raheda, but it's just caught him out. So that was Sam Grant. Yeah, that was probably their best chance of the game there, Crossy.
Yeah, and they scrambled so well, Northern. I thought for sure it looked like one more pass and the Hornets would get over into the corner, but the winger come back in field and there was plenty of Northern United jerseys turning up, working hard for each other from the inside. So that's a great sign of club culture if you've got guys working hard from the inside. So congratulations to them. They've held on that occasion, but they'll have to get their discipline in order and start getting back on track in this set of six. Don't be surprised to see 3 or 4 tackles here, and look for Roy Bell to have a crack at a 40-20 in this corner and use this bruise.
So this is now Northern United. They've shown Crossy, and they have on numerous occasions as well as today, that they can score from anywhere in the field. That was no different from last year. They can and this is certainly going to push them even further up the field. You do that at your peril against Northern United.
Again, let me referee.
But Crossy, as I said, we've seen a lot of their tries coming from their own 20-metre line.
Yeah, mate, that's where they're most potent, because it sort of catches teams off guard, not expecting teams to, go a 2 or 3 pass shift. But for a team like Northern, they've got so many talented individuals in that team. That's not an issue throwing the football around. That's just what they do. So a lot of their, as you say, their points or their joy come out of their own ends. They're a great team to watch. So let's see what they do in this set of 6.
Stand together!
So Cudgen, their next game will be away to Belamble. Out at Belamble. So one thing that's I sort of noticed, Crossy, when I was looking through some past history of Cudgen Hornets there, is that you normally see a lot of teams, they obviously have better, they sort of struggle when they're on the road, but play better at home. But for the case of the Cudgen Hornets, they're actually, their last season, they actually had the majority of their wins away. 60% of their wins were away out of 10, and they only won 3 out of 9 last year at home.
Yeah, that is surprising, because they do have a lot of success here and some good following, don't they? So
just here.
Yeah, whether a few of those wins were close, those losses at home were close, who knows? But I thought they, you and I did a sort of prediction at the start of the year about the top 5, and we both had them in our top 5. But we now know that that's gone to 4 due to the COVID and the. So they have to win today. But with a reduced competition, as a nice ball from Sam Grant, in this reduced competition, they'd really need to register a win here today to be any chance, I would have thought.
Northern United, they've won their last 2 away games. They themselves only won 2 out of 9 at home last season. As you can see, Brett Kelly picks up the spills, goes for a gallop, and he'll have that on the halfway line. And I'll get it even further. Another penalty for Cudgen. I just think the discipline is just starting to get away from the Cudgen Hornets there, Crossy.
Yeah, well, it's purely frustration there. I mean, that's sort of Caleb Zeeble, one of the best players in this competition, doing it pretty easy, but then comes up with an error, which again is out of character. But what happens when you've had a bit of a time out of the game, compounded by a penalty. So Cudgen at the moment, just off the back of last week and in the first part of this game, they probably feel like things just aren't going for them at the moment. So generally the case, when that happens, it's pretty simple. You just need to get shape, kick early, and build some confidence off your defence. But at the moment, they're not giving themselves a chance to do that.
Still going, still going.
Now Dennis Smith to play at 20 metres out. Goes for a gallop. Thought about going short side, but he'll gain an extra 10 metres. So this will be now Brett Kelly to play it from dummy half. Nice floating pass through the hands. It's a big overlap for Northern United. Nice long pass. That's gone into Denzel Dangerfield, but the referee's deemed it to be just a shade forward.
Forward.
Yeah, it was forward. That was right in front of us, and it looked okay out of the hands, but that breeze did take it forward, which, yeah, fair call from the referee there, forward pass. Northern had great shape on that left edge there, but I just feel that someone's got to dig into that line a little bit deeper and just hold up that Cudgen defence. I was sort of critical at the back end of that first quarter of Cudgen's defence. They defended that much better, but I think Northern need to dig that line a little bit further. So it's pretty to watch, never, isn't it? You know, you go long pass from Brett Kelly to Roy Bell, long pass to Trevor Bolt. It's just crisp. It's really good to watch.
And I thought for me there was a little bit of a crunch in that tackle there from Northern United. The referees deemed it to be okay. So there's going to be Jake Sands. He'll send that one downtown a further 15 metres. Does well just to get just shy of the Cudgen line. So that's Sam Grant playing from the back. That's a big hard hit there from Caleb Zeeble. As I said earlier, Cross, he hasn't really missed a beat since taking the year off to play cricket in the UK. So this is going to be Rahida. Does a nice little dummy play to get it 30 metres away from the Northern United line. And you think with about 10 minutes and change left in the first half, second quarter, I dare say, you think Cudgen, they've got the chances. They're going to need to make most of them these points. So let's see what they can do here 30 metres out. This is going to be play from the back. Nice high spiralling kick. They're going to have to do, Brett Kelly's going to have to do well to take it. And I think he's only just got it.
Knock on, both ways.
And it's going to even be one better for Northern United. It's going to be called knock on against Cudgen. So they'll have I think Brett Kelly's a little bit worse for there, Crossy.
Yeah, it was a good contest. It might have been, was it Connor Zeeble that went up for that catch, or was
Hang on. Easy.
a big number 17 there, I think, contested it with Brett Kelly, and they've ruled a knock on. But I'll tell you what, if I'm Cudgen, I'm just going to rewind that set and just put that down as a template for how they need to play for the next 60 minutes or whatever we have got here. That was really good. So Caleb Zeeble carried in, Hooker jumped out, played nice and direct. Now, when they go to spread it and do a 2 or 3 pass shift, that's not their go. They can leave that to Northern United, but for Cudgen, they've got to play nice and direct and generate some speed off the play the ball and just get in behind that ruck, because I feel that's where Northern United are really vulnerable. Not on the edges, it's through the middle for Cudgen.
So this will be played by, nice tackle there, I think. Just on the 50-metre line, if not just inside their own half there, Northern United. This will be Dennis Smith. Nice floating pass. That is Brett Kelly. He's brought down there. And he sneaks away a cheeky 5 metres. Dennis Smith floats it. Kick goes up. It finds that gap. This should be collected here from Nick Andreas. And he'll go for a gallop. But he's met there in defence there by Dan Taylor.
Yeah, see, that's experience from Trevor Bolt. Early kick into this corner. Make Cudgen have to come out of their own end. Even now, so that's tackle 2 or 3 now. They're 11 or 12 metres out from their own line. Still some blokes getting behind the ball.
Crossy, all due respect to the Mullumbimby Giants, we didn't really get to watch much of the game. As we get back to that was Ben O'Gorman. I think he's had a bit of a quiet game thus far, Ben O'Gorman. I reckon if Cudgen are going to be in this game, then you need to get on the hands on the ball a bit more. But as I was just saying, that Brett Kelly, he's picked up the spills. He floats it. That's Brett Kelly there. He's going to be finding that corner. And that was a solid effort there from Connor Zeeble, but he was never going to catch Brett Kelly. I think that's now his second. And Northern United are really doing business now, 16-0.
Oh, Brady Kelly, we've been waiting for him to open them up. Wasn't sort of your classic rugby league in that occasion. It was off the back of an error, and once again it was Cudgen. They could be sort of tackle 4 or 5 and 10 metres out from Northern's line, but it's yet another error, and starting to feel like a bit of a broken record here in the box about Cudgen. You can see what they need to do. Caleb Zeeble has just got it all his own way when he carries the ball. Northern don't really want to know about him, but just pushing the pass again on that occasion. And again, when your confidence is a bit down, as it is for Cudgen at the moment, things aren't sticking, and they come up with the error, and Northern swooped on it, and then Brett Kelly loomed up in support, and he got over, and he pushes them out now to 16-0 with a kick to come.
And I was just about to say that before Brett Kelly went over and scored. Is with all due respect to Mullumbimby Giants, and we didn't get to watch that game on Huddle during the week to see what Northern United did. How did they lose last week to Mullumbimby with all this, like what I'm seeing here, Crossy? And there was never a doubt that they had the points in them, and they've already scored more points than they did on Mullumbimby Giants last week. But it's 16-0, and as I said time and time again, if they fix their defence, they'll be premiership contenders. And what I'm seeing thus far, I reckon they're on their way.
Yeah, mate, it's for Northern. There's no issue at all around their attack. We know that. It's just their defence. So at the moment, Cudgen have done this week what they did at Byron Bay last week and has let themselves down with poor ball control. If they can actually hang on to the ball and get to a tackle 5 or 6 and get a kick in and build pressure, I've got no doubt in this second half they can come back into this match. I'm still got huge question marks over Northern United's defence. So
there's a nice long kick. And he's just missed that one. Thus now making the score 16-0. 5 minutes and change here in the first half. Here at Nedburn Oval, here in Kingscliff. Trust you join the coverage here on Mark Goff Media. Yeah, Crossy, for me, it's, as I said, 24 hours ago, I was at Pizzey Park. And this is sort of remind me, like in Southport's case, which in this case is Cudgen, that they having the chances. They've got the chances. They just sort of make just a slight hiccup at crucial moments. And let's just see. Each time that Northern United scored, 6, and they can't afford to do that coming into the second half. They really need to. It's go time now for the Hornets.
Mate, it's go. Tackles now as we speak.
Move 10!
So that's taken up there from, I think that's Gerard Breckenridge.
He's holding, you're holding.
So Cudgen just slowing the play down. That's sort of what they need to do as well, just to try and just slow it down a bit, just slow. They play the ball down a bit, and I think that's Grant Brown there, just catching a little bit of a knock. Up there in the tackle, he'll get back up and play it. It's okay.
Tackle 4. Are you all right?
So Grant Brown, he'll play it on the third phase. They play the short side. This is Brett Kelly. You bank on him getting a hat-trick today. He just looks like he hasn't missed a beat while he's playing, was it Intrust Super Cup there, Crossy?
Yeah, mate, he was playing up at East Tigers, actually, and big raps on Brett. We see a nice bomb from Bolt coming through. Great take.
Well taken there. I think that was Andreas. He is so safe under the high ball. He's played well. Played a bit of centre and up at fullback. They've got him on the wings for this season. So this is going to be taken by Connor Mills. He'll have this about 22 metres away from the Hornets line. Rahida gets it up into Joel Hare. One of the new... Yeah, had a bit of an... Played from Reggie's there, Joel Hare, last year. Crossy, as you can see, a flick pass into Jake. Was about to make a cameo for the Cudgen Hornets reserve grade side in the finals, but though he had a bad foot injury, which ended his finals campaign before it really began.
He's looked good early, hasn't he, Hare? I'll tell you what, though, Nev, that was better from Cudgen. All they need to do, Cudgen, and certainly wouldn't be telling them how to play footy, but they just sort of go in pairs through that middle. As we see, penalty. This is really letting them down, the Hornets, you know, whether it's ill-discipline through some penalties or whether it's drop ball. But if I'm Cudgen, I'm just going one off the ruck, going in pairs, in numbers, generating some play the ball speed, getting to a kick, and it's there for the taking for them at the back end of this match.
Crossy, without repeating what I've just been hearing around the grounds here, you can tell the crowd's also frustrated as well. The frustration's really seeping in. And they were expecting some big things this year, and just for me, the fact that... And let's put it this way too, Crossy, like it was actually... It was this time last year. When I say this time, it wasn't in the month of August, but it was in round 2 last year. We saw a similar scoreline, Northern United getting it done here at this ground. I think it was 34-18. But other than that, Cudgen have had the wood on Northern United over the years, and they had some big wins too.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise. They've been a good club for a long time, haven't they, Cudgen? A win against Cudgen's always a well-earned one, so that doesn't surprise me at all. I'll be keen to see what Northern toss up here. There's only a minute 50 to go. This will be their last set in attack with the football before half-time, so expect to see them chance their hand here, Nev.
So actually, Northern United, they'll be looking for some exact revenge because last time these two teams played, it was actually, I think it was a controversial ending to memory, that it was 1 point in it, 17-16, and you could Northern have already got that on the scoreboard. So certainly not over yet, but that's the Cudgen. They're playing this right on their own. Oh, good blindsiding tackle from Northern United. They're really pinning them on the dead ball line. And they're playing the short side. They're going to be they're having to do well just to get out of their own 10 here, Crossy, but you finally get up there, well run. Oh, another big popping hip there from Northern United. They've really fixed up their defence now, Crossy.
Haven't they ever? They're screaming off their line, and that's tackle 5. They're only 21 metres out. Great set in defence from Northern United.
So that's a big long kick there from Sam Grant. Does well just to get some clearance. Well taken there from Denzel Dangerfield. He'll go for a gallop, and he'll be wrapped up there from Connor Mills. As we approach the final minute in the first half here at Nedburn Oval. What a cracking day for football. Not a cloud in the sky here in the Tweed Shire. It's been a pleasure to get back in this part of the world, Crossy, as I made mention, with the borders shut. Even though we're in New South Wales technically at the moment, with the border shut, haven't had much goal, as we can see there. Nice. It's just, they're responding back to Cudgen Hornets. That was a great tackle from Corey Kirk. But they don't want to have any complacency here. They can ill afford to concede one in the last 15 seconds. And I just think for the hell of it, I think Northern United will slot this one with 10 seconds to go. They'll get it out to a free converted try lead. Oh, yep, they're pointing to the post.
Yeah, well, I'll try not to put the jinx on them again. Actually, just thinking back to last year, Nev, I did that enough to Roy Bell. I think I jinxed him nearly every time he kicked for goal. So I won't predict what's going to happen here. Although it looks like Brett Kelly might even line this one up. So that'll be half time, 16-0. They do have a chance to push it out to 18 here, and Cudgen will have it all to do in the second half, although they will have the breeze, that southeaster that's blowing, which sort of does come and go. At the moment, it's fairly strong, so Cudgen will have that opportunity to play field position in the second half, build pressure through their defence, and if they can get their handling in order and get rid of the ill discipline with some penalties they've given away, this lead is not unattainable for them. I still think Cudgen are a huge hope going in half time.
They're almost going to have to be the next to score, though, Crossy, with the way it's going. But as I said, Northern, they scored 16 at this point last year at Crozier, and Cudgen beat them by just the 1 point. So it'll be Brett Kelly to add, as I said, that sea breeze is just starting to pick up. He's got the length. And that's the treat that we see from Brett Kelly. Scoring from anywhere in the field, and great kicking prowess to add the extra. So Crossy, what do Cudgen have to do at half time? They've got a big duck egg as they go into the sheds here as we approach the second half.
Well, it's really let them down. So if they can fix that in the second half and realise that they certainly can't win it in the first 10 or 15 or 20 minutes, but they can probably lose it. I think if they get back on track with their ball control, I probably sound like a broken record here, and really aim up in defence, get a bit of fatigue into this Northern United team, I think they can come home the stronger. Time will tell.
So that's the first half in the books here at Nedburn Oval here in Cudgen. So you're watching this on Mark Off Media on the YouTube and Facebook. And we're proudly sponsored by the Cudgen Leagues. Half-time here at Nedburn Oval in Cudgen. It's the Cudgen Hornets 0 to Northern United 18. Don't go anywhere, about 10 minutes away from the second half of action. Yeah, I've got some. I've got them in the car. Where do they go in here? Where we can plug those in?
They should have headphones out.
Yeah. Well,
Whether you're suffering from a common cold, have a more advanced breathing problem like asthma, or want to boost your sports performance, improving your breathing can help. Air Physio is helping people breathe easier.
big tray winner, Siege 77. Blue.
One thing about Steve, he was particularly enjoying
Yeah.
the job.
Scratchy's ticket.